Hello and welcome back. Today we're playing as Giga Bordergord Punjab, which is our favorite type of Punjab. We have Bordergord here. In last episode, we finished kind of Bordergoring Europe, Bordergoring France, denying them market access to anything except for that. And this is how it goes when you try and stick your finger in our pie throughout the early game. We punish these guys for their thumb finger sticking. We were only trying to go after a UK, but they just had to kind of get involved. So this is how it goes. Our objective for the run, which we should be getting today, is getting the Empire under the pun achievement. We see achievements are still available, so we didn't accidentally do something weird or encounter a bug. And so we should be getting the achievement today. We are just waiting for another 2 years where we can try and puppet the UK, who is now... and I see you might be thinking, why are you going UK there? Isn't the UK up here? No, that's Punjab. Punjab. That is not the UK. The United Kingdom capital state is in fact in the Falkland Islands. So it's right here. We see Stanley, capital, there's the star, it's the Falkland Islands. And our truce is up with them in a couple of years in May 22nd of 1919. So we're just kind of continuing on towards then, trying to play relatively tight as we can on speed 5, while not really caring and while nothing really matters. So, which is, you know, the state of affairs. We've expanded out everything in terms of resources and agriculture, except we haven't. Because we just got Ural, but for the most part, there's really not much left for us to do. We're just going to put stuff in the queue in places where the construction efficiency is going to be like minus 75%, but we don't really care. We're just going to get the resources anyways. We're going to get the bag and just continue on our way. And so we just, more than anything, we actually just want to keep our demand for construction goods up, because this is a huge portion of our economy, and so we don't want to, you know, do anything that's going to kind of impede that. We will land with some guys as well. Kaur, where's Kaur? Can we find him? We're looking for this guy. Of course, we have so many guys, and oh, thank you. All right, so we're gonna look for Buma instead. Buma Singdora. Oh my god, we block our thing. We're gonna look for Surbangi or Diwal Kanwar. Surbangi, let's go. Why not land with this guy too? Sure. We're gonna look for someone big, Dewan Rem Gahira. Dewan. Alright, sure. And I apologize, of course, as always, for poor pronunciations, but I mean, I don't know what you want from me. We're getting some mass migration Persian mass migration from the UK. Revolutionary Scotland starts to play against us, you don't say. We'll just put a couple guys on there to deal with it. Should be relatively easy. But we'll put 2 just in case there's a front split, and also we don't care. We just want to keep on going speed 5. Communist Belgium, of course, rebels against us. We already got boyos over there to handle it, but it looks like we didn't put enough boyos over there, because they got this action. So, looks like we're just going to add a couple more to fronts. Well, let's just add this guy over here, because he's going to push in and kind of recover that Punjab area, which will be big nice. This is also going to be big nice. It's all big nice. There's nothing other than big nice at this point. We are so kicked up. 2.3 billion GDP. Let's look at the next biggest GDP. Oh, it's 400 mil. And this is an Austria that's been relatively cranking, except for that whole business. Look at the United States. They're doing okay. North Germany, they're doing okay. We haven't cut off market access perfectly from North Germany. We're looking to do that in the future. We see France. What's going on with France? What's this about? Actually, how's their GDP so high still with this market cutoff? I don't understand that. But of course, the UK, they've been slathered. Although they are creeping up, don't tell me they become... Oh my god, they're going to become a major power. This is terrible. We're going to embargo them, but we're actually going to need 2 more wars. This is a... We're going to need to take, like, this... and like these things. Let's make sure we have diplomatic interests everywhere. We're still gonna leave them with the Falkland Islands because it's funny, but like we're gonna need to take everything but the Falkland Islands. You know what I mean? It's the Falkland Islands, man. You can't. It's the Catalina wine mixer. We of course have Ranjit on defense, as is a tradition. Just moving guys to try and enforce on Canada faster, although we'll probably enforce on them relatively quickly. I think we're going to be bricked by this Scotland war. Somehow, you know what we need? We actually need to transfer Cape Colony is probably one that we can do. These guys have basically no economic stuff that's going on, but it's really unfortunate we can't... Ooh, was this successful? Did they succeed in rebelling? Yeah, they have no market access here. Kutch has market access, but I guess we can just transfer Kutch, transfer Cape Colony, transfer Ashanti, which I think is a British subject, and take this, and then the British, like, they should, like, completely... They were completely collapsed. This is calamitous. You know what, though? We can, if we annex smaller powers, like, as many as possible, this actually changes the equilibrium required for them to be a great power. And we get Rev Scotland things. I think we do have to use our smacky wacky button again. And we have to use a couple smacky wacky buttons. We're kind of locked in a map mode. Yeah, we see that. Thanks, bud. Oop, that was a bug. And let's put incorporate state. Yep. Nope. The game does not like what's going on right now, visually speaking. Oh, that's such a... It's gonna take another episode because we haven't kneecapped them enough. Haven't they suffered enough? They're gonna become a major power. Terrible, dude. Where's the Great Britain? Yeah, they've become a major power. Son of a bizzle. This is not ideal. Although, as we continue... Yeah. Yep. We're gonna have to take Cape Colony. Oh, man, where are they getting their prestige from? I just need to see. Current prestige. They're getting a ton from Army and Navy power projection. Where is this Army and Navy, my guy? Oh, the lag. How do you have 200 battalions? What the hell? Where are they? Where are you hiding these battalions? What? I mean, we can be unpaused, but like... Okay, you have some Navy bases. You have 3 barracks. That's not 200 battalions. Where are the other battalions? Are they here? Are they all in the Congo? With no access and no PMs, and it's still somehow considered... No way, dude. No shout. These guys don't have any of their goods. How do they still contribute to the power projection? They don't have any of this stuff. These should be contributing nothing. This is so BS, man. Okay, so we might need to do something different. We might need to actually take a bunch of these states, like Kasai, Congo Oriental. Congo Oriental is, like, really big. I mean, so we're gonna declare on Cape Colony, I guess. That way we don't get the whole British squad. By British squad, I mean the Indian squad on our tails, because they are a bit of a problem. In that we don't have enough generals to actually do... We can't handle this. Like, in terms of, like, our sanity, we can't handle that. Alright, we enforce on Canada, cool. And then we have this other war going on, so we can't do anything anyways, but we can pull out our smacky wacky button. We reset the PMs in all these places. We have to make sure also that we are doing the things, and by the things, I of course... Okay. Oop, don't want to incorporate New York. Okay. And then... we have to make sure... Oh my god. Our PM's got messed up somewhere. Don't want to be publicly traded, but do want to be on this. I think we can still use our smacky wacky button. Indian Ocean Territory, Malaya, Montenegro. Actually, I think we could use it on all these, right? Oh no, we couldn't. We are using cars somewhere. Terrible. This is actually, from a gameplay perspective, something that's incredibly annoying. I think Baluchistan, maybe? Look, we're gonna put you on, we're gonna put Kiva on the automobile production. This seems fine. And they will supply the cars. Unification Italy and Italy? I mean, we could do something in here. We could also just look to, like, somehow humiliate the UK. But the UK has a bunch of battalions here that have no access to any goods, but somehow they still, like, get to do their thing. We have 11k construction. I mean, you don't talk about it, you be about it, you know what I mean? We will, of course, expand everything. And we're just slapping it all in the queue. It's gonna all be good. Alberta is gonna need some railways, though. I feel like. And then... another skyscraper, why not? Great Britain sides with the two Sicilies. Weird. For Unify Italy, Italian leadership, Tuscany versus... Okay, once we finish Scotland, we can try and figure out... Is there any way to kneecap the UK before this date? I don't think there is, other than like... Ooh, they also have Chile. So we go after Chile, Cape Colony, and Kutch. And these are... And then also this in the next war. Man, big unfortunate, big sad that they managed to get to major power. We annexed their revolt. So now we are free to do stuff again. I'm guessing it's annex Australia, or maybe it's the annex the East Indies. Maybe annex the Shogunate. No? Siberia? Let's annex Siberia, I guess. We have a bunch of fronts with them, so we don't have to do a bunch of landing. With Australia, we would have to do landings. But we're probably going to land Siberia anyways. I don't know. Maybe a mistake. I don't even know what we're researching. I don't even think it matters. It doesn't. Alright. Great Britain has declared Sardinia Piedmont. Wow, look at Great Britain. Strut their stuff. Major power status. We're gonna transfer over all their stuff. The thing is all their subjects get transferred over anyways. Alright, we're gonna look to... The wheat farms are generally better, so we're just gonna take a look. And we see Quebec we maybe would want to push. We're gonna push these just to 51 for the max throughput bonus, and then max them out in wheat farms after this. On all the wheat places. Which will fire everyone from the subsistence farms, but, you know, tough titties. It'd be like that. You will have to find jobs elsewhere. There's a ton of employment available. By a ton, I mean not really that much. Unemployment's not even that high. It's actually tremendously high. We're paying a ton out for unemployment, but this is not a big deal. Let's do that. And then let's take a look on the wild side. And we're just looking to expand all these out. AutoQ is going to handle infrastructure. Something like this. Really don't need that many 51s, but it is what it is. New York, do you still have labor available in New York? Well, we're just gonna do some of that then. And some of that. The best power plants in town. Motor industries, let's see if we can 51 some of these guys. 51, 51, 51, 51. 51, yeah buddy. So this is going up to 29, 31, 41, 51. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Chem plants, how you doing? Not too good. Okay, just 51 a couple then. Tool plants, these have to be good. We have a lot of them though. Just looking to 51 some boys. Textile mills, this is kind of what we want to push. despite it not being very profitable. Although we're relatively indifferent to everything. Did anyone join on their side? No. Says relatively indifferent, immediately checks if someone joined into the war, as if it matters. So this action, we're just gonna 51 this out of principle. Probably don't need it. Paper's generally not needed, but let's do that. Or it's not needed at really high amounts, but we are adding more arts academies, so maybe it is. North Rhine needs some help. Great Qing sides with the USA. I don't think that plays against us. Ooh, CSA, you love to see it. Wow, that's a big CSA. North Rhine, you needed some railroads, my guy. What's going on? We'll add a whole bunch more to the front, I guess. It's probably more than necessary. And we get our thing. So we'll just land with some guys too. That. Should be fine. Enforcing a little bit faster. We have like 2K in the queue. I mean, doesn't this mean we need more construction? Doesn't it imply we need more construction? We'll just put some up in where we're just keep building tall. So in New York, we'll max them out. Home counties, I'm guessing, is going to remain super profitable, so we'll just max them out here as well. And also Punjab, because this is where we're encouraging manufacturing, so everything's more profitable there. Speaking of, let's take a look. Look at this, infrastructure. Baby. Why don't we just make a bunch more of these? Just, somehow we haven't triggered the Metropolitan Railway, but it'd be like that sometimes. NCO training is what we're researching ahead of time. Could probably just finish Destroyer instead, and then go into NCO. Doesn't really matter what we do. Yeah, it super doesn't matter. We can just go NCO, that's fine too. Let's just do it. Let's just see if we can get tanks by the end of the game. This is what it's all about, getting tanks by the end of the game. We are about to be able to have our other fight with the UK. And what we'll do here is actually, we're going to embargo them in case it does anything. I don't think it does, but just in case it does something. Ooh, bunch of landings. You don't say. You're gonna get a bunch of pushes. I guess we kind of care about getting to... We probably should have done planes instead, but we'll just do planes after, I guess. Maybe we should just build the hugest university in the world, because why not? This could be 51. It should be 51, right? Hey, yo, let's go. Don't see a reason not to build up. Wow, we got a front. We live in a society. Send that guy over there, I guess. Send the 16er down. USA is getting wrecked by the CSA. It's gonna be the CSA time. Speed 5 is where it's at. We did notably add some construction, so maybe some of this construction stuff's gonna be more profitable. I don't know. Can build more of these in perm? Really? That's a bug. We're gonna take a look where we don't have any infrastructure, and we're gonna look to add some. Ugh. I almost feel like I get AFK at this point, though. Just watching the map get painted slowly, little bits at a time. Really not pleased with this thing. Their little come up. I don't know how they can support the army. It makes no sense. They should have, like, no income. All these states are incorporated, right? And people have to pay taxes, but paying on what? Nobody's employed. Let's look at the population. Peasants, unemployed. It doesn't show us how much is gainfully employed, but I guess, I mean, we might need to take, we'll go for Kasai, Congo, or Oriental if we're going to be taking states off of them. But we're going to be looking to transfer Cape Colony and Chile. And maybe Cape Congo Oriental. Maybe transfer Oman too. I don't know. Maybe transfer Oman should be the primary. Don't know how we've barely pushed in here. This seems like a scam. Seems like a bit of a scam. Let's crank it up again. Oil's discovered. Oil's the future. It's not the children, it's the oil. We actually might even be able to use some of the other oil PMs now at this point. Do 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 do. 2.7 billion GDP. Doesn't really matter. The line's straight up, but again, doesn't matter. We just have to shellac Great Britain yet again. Sure. Patriotic Party. You got it. Maybe... Do these guys have any sort of... They have an alliance. They have an alliance, so we can get a faster war with them. Unfortunately, we're at the point where we can Dow them anyways, so we'll just Dow them all natural, and then maybe we can look to Dow Egypt. Well, that's unfortunate that we didn't notice that earlier. Well, we didn't care earlier because we thought that they were going to stay minor power, but then they somehow... They have enough units in here that are giving power projection because they have really good equipment, but they don't have any of that equipment, but they still give power projection. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how they can have zero equipment and give all this power projection. No equipment. None of this. Shortages on everything. They have 29 offense and 44 defense. They do not have the whole shebang of the trench. This is not trench stats, because there's a shortage of literally... Oop, they don't have a shortage of fabric. I take it all back. They got fabric, boys. They're doing fine. So, yeah. Look at this. We're making this much money when we're paying... Look at our welfare payments are 1.8 milli, and we're just... Don't matter. Don't matter. We could get a minimum wage. We could see if we can wreck the economy before this runs over. That's cool. I already know what to do. There's nothing to do, is there? Council Republic is something we're kind of interested in, though. We're, of course, always super righteous. Never anything otherwise, other than... We could actually just find the place with the biggest barracks, to be honest, and just annex that, because I don't think they'll build another barracks. So maybe we go Kasai, Katanga. Katanga so far has the biggest barracks. So maybe we take Zambezi, or however it's pronounced. Zambezi, Zambezia. Yeah, so these, if we take these three, that'll be a lot off them. So we enforce on them. Time to use our handy dandy smacky wacky button. And also incorporate all the states. Yay, you love to see it. And we want to incorporate this and this as well. Just everything but Eastern Mali and New York. And then... I guess we transfer this guy. Russia might side with the enemy. That's super okay. Alright, and then we won't use any of our huge stacks, but we're going to use some of these guys from the Niger HQ. We'll save our huge stacks for Russia. Guess we'll use some guys from India over here. Something like that. And then we'll of course also transfer Chile. And ooh, we can't have them back down though without properly kneecapping them. This creates a bit of a problem. So we might need to load depending on how things develop. Because we don't want them backing down. Because Cape Colony is probably not enough. But also... we think that Russia... We got all these guys probably coming their way. Yeah, we're gonna love it. We're gonna be in it, baby. We've saved a lot of our bigger guys for putting on Russian fronts if Russia joins. If CSA joins, they won't really be too much of a problem. Ooh, I guess we need a guy for that up there. All play and no work. Yep. Too valuable. We're not firing any generals here. I think that... Ooh, one of these places can produce tobacco. Oh, Quebec can? Shit, GG, rip the dream. Did someone join? With the UK? No, no one joined. CSA sides with them. They're still uber fearful. Because they're in bankruptcy and loans. Not because of the thing. We'll activate conscripts. Just activate a whole bunch in places. People are unemployed anyways. Let's give them some work. Some dirty work. Alright. Something like this. I don't know. Niger HQ as well. Something like that. I don't know. I have no idea how... I don't need to play it that tight though. Alright, so since this guy joined, we will send him. And him. And him. To deal with it. They're still fearful. CSA abandons Great Britain. Alright, you love to see it. We'll actually, have this guy stand by instead, then. And this guy. And this guy. So, if Great Britain just backs down, we will... Well, they won't just back down if we only have one war goal. And so when we put in other war goals, or they're unlikely to back down with just one war goal, they usually want to just fight it out. But we know Russia is leaning. Egypt sides with him. Okay, cool. Tight, tight, tight. Yeah. So we'll just use these two big guys for dealing with Egypt. They're still uber fearful. The relative strength of mobilization is completely maxed. So they're very likely to back down as soon as we put in another war goal, but we will just need to make them primary. And I guess it's going to be also Chile, transferring Chile. Oman and Kutch are probably not substantive, and so I guess we're also going to go for Zambezi, Zambezia, and Kazambe if we can make those primary. Once it gets to about here, we will add the war goals and try and do it. And we need to make them primary, I think. I think it's really likely they back down. Of course we could, like, save load and test this a whole bunch, but we'll just try and... Alright. Make puppet Egypt, maybe. No, we don't care about that. It's all about the kneecapping. So transfer. Actually, we can see which ones give the most. So Ashanti and Chile give quite a bit. Chile. I think actually Zambezi is more important. Because they somehow get freaking whatever it is from them. Zambezia as well. And Kazambe. And then we could do like one more thing. See if any of these also have a lot of barracks. We're looking to just grab the ones that have the most barracks. I don't think they're going to build more barracks. Katanga, I guess. Because this is what's giving them, I think. Katanga. Do any of these cost very little, though? Maybe we should have cared about how little they cost in terms of maneuvers. They're all pretty cheap, so Katanga. And I guess we make this primary, because we can't really do much else. And if they don't want to transfer Chile, they're going to give all this up. Or we conquer another state too. So we have Katanga, so Congo Oriental maybe. Just in case they don't back down. And then we have 6. Okay, sure, I guess. Maybe they back down, maybe they don't. They are, like, as fearful as they come, so they probably back down, but this way we're getting all this and transfer Cape Colony. I think that'll be enough to kneecap them. That's where most of the army is. Speaking of army, why don't we delete some of the newly acquired barracks that we really don't need? Oh my god, I hate scrolling. I don't think I care enough, actually. I mean, I guess it's something to do, but I hate that you have to scroll, like, repeatedly for this. It's pretty stupid. From a user interface perspective, just really not fun. If I had one complaint about the game, it wouldn't be this. But this is a bit annoying. I guess no one else is joining. So we'll just assign some guys to some fronts that don't have anything on them. Just in case we get a front split there. Or Singh, we'll just put him there. And we'll just keep Jasa back. And then we'll just put everything else on all this. I guess we maybe should have taken the Persia thing. Oh well. We're subjugating them soon either way. Hopefully this war pops off. I'd really rather prefer it does. And usually they back down before this, like, late, so hopefully we get a bit of a war. We have everyone assigned. Everything should just handle itself. Actually, we do need to land them. I forgot. Forgot about this being a thing. So this 60 stack, who is it? Nihal Singh Dora. So we'll just try just a single land. We'll see if that will work. Land the UK and their isles. The United Kingdom's isles right here. They're the Falkland Islands. Right there. Baby, we love to see it. Bunch of trade routes removed. Man, we haven't checked trade in a hot minute, but I don't think that this is the way anymore. We are the way of the warrior. We pay the iron price for our stuff. We'll just put a bunch of this in. We'll just fill out the queue, man. We'll just let the auto queue know where is going to be completely overwhelmed with infrastructure requirements. Actually, we shouldn't do this. It's actually not the way we should play. Oop, that has a ton of excess infrastructure. Maybe it is the way to play. I mean, the queue already knows, doesn't it? The queue knows. It's already handling it. And then we're going to come and look at what else can we build. We can build rye farms in some places, or we can build livestock ranches in some places. And we kind of don't care because neither of those are particularly good, so we'll just let them do their own thing. The market will decide. We're just pushing everything. Except we get guys unassigned from the fronts, which is super cool. This guy just randomly moves to this other front for no reason and abandons his front. Like, Jesus. We're getting embargoed by everyone. Oh no, what will we do? Other than be the market. We are the market. We've actually had way more impressive looking markets. This one's not that impressive looking, but you get the idea. I think this naval invasion will just completely slap, you know what I mean? This looks like it's gonna get tied up. They are getting a ton of casualties right now. Look how fast they're decaying. Unreal. -3 and the war just started. What are they at? They've taken a ton of casualties. We control most of the war goals. They're 16% occupied, base decay. Oh, and -1 because their pop is all radical. I wonder if it has anything to do with there's no market access capital here we have going on with the infrastructure problems. In the Falkland Islands. Yeah, that might be the thing. That might be the problem for them. And just wrecking them here as well. We could split this front because we don't need this many guys to do the job. The job's getting done. Movement to restore poor laws has been disbanded. You love to see it. We have the poor laws. Or to restore the poor laws. We don't have the poor laws. Oh, we got a communist. We finally got a communist. We are gonna go Council Republic if we can. Finally. You love to see it. Oh, almost at 3 million GDP. The reason to go Council Republic is because at this juncture, with 2.8 billion GDP, the main benefit of being not Council Republic is your investment pool. The IPT, or the investment pool, is really valuable. Except for now, it's only 0.3. It's modified by 0.3, which means it absolutely sucks. And so now there will be more money circulating in the economy, there will be more demand for goods, and overall just more stimulation. Because currently, all the owners of the buildings are contributing 20% of their dividends to the investment pool, and then the investment pool is getting multiplied by 0.3, and so this money, this 0.7 that's left over, is just getting erased from the economy entirely, and we would prefer that the money don't get erased from the economy, and so we are going to Council Republic to remedy that, because even though the farmers and the shopkeepers will contribute to the investment pool, they only contribute 5% of their income, and so we actually will actively want to decrease the investment pool contribution by type. And here we get a landing in the British Isles of the Falkland Islands. It's the Falkland British Isles. That's right. That's exactly what it is. It's the Catalina wine mixer. It's the Falkland British Isles. Things are progressing though. Slowly. Actually, they're progressing super fast, but we just wish it was faster because we don't want to have to fight this many wars. I guess we could go back to deleting barracks we don't want. The music slaps though, so there's that. What are we doing? We gotta use this. If someone makes a mod that, by the way, gets rid of this, let me know. The like auto scroll in the UI, because that would be take my money. Saskatchewan. It's so fun to say. Alberta. Not as fun to say as Saskatchewan. I think I pronounced that right. Ooh, a little bit of lag. Thought we lost him there. Let's delete the ones from Perm. This, by the way, is why you don't have, like, level 10 whatever's kind of everywhere. Why you build high in one place, is so that you don't have to scroll as far. This is the tech. This is the real reason. People are like, why do you build the barracks so high in one place? So I don't have to scroll. This is the truth. This is the true reason. We enforce on Egypt, but nothing. We've occupied their capital. We've almost occupied everything, to be honest. But, they keep going. You can do it, buddy. You can win this. But we're gonna get to delete all of the military there. Or we're taking this out from underneath them. And so they won't have the subject income from Cape Colony or Chile, which are their bigger subjects. And this won't contribute to their prestige. Unfortunately, this was so much easier when you could still puppet major powers, which you could do last patch. Look at France as a major power now. Get wrecked, France. Get wrecked, bud. I think we also need to, if we annex a bunch of smaller powers, it makes it harder, if I recall correctly, for them to get into major powerdom, because it's based off of an average of all countries, and if there are just fewer countries, so we should try and annex, in general, smaller countries. If we can. So, like, Azerbaijan would be a fine annex. I'm sure they hate our guts. I don't know. Didn't we have more guys down here? Are they, like, all piling onto one front? I hate when they do that. Nope. Have they been sent home? What's going on? They all went over here for whatever reason. That's cool, too. To fight the 5 guys over there. That seems super necessary. No. You guys know what you're doing. They're pretty close to accepting. They see the writing on the wall. We get this inspirational. Cool. Oop, we are gonna maybe encounter a revolution. We actually do not want to deal with this, so we're just gonna come off of it. Just don't want the hassle. I think Council Republic would be definitely better here, but we're not about fighting a massive revolution. We're not about that life. We're about speed 5ing onwards into the future. And then we will try and keep an eye on if they get any sort of alliance or defensive pact that we can do anything about. Obviously, we can't do with Egypt. But if they get another defensive pact or alliance, we should be able to do something. So we got all these transferred. We got this. So we'll have to use our handy dandy smacky wacky button. I said we'll have to use our handy dandy. There we go. And then we'll come in here and we will delete all the barracks. No! Because you're revolutionary. Man, big sad. We'll also incorporate all these because we can. Making big money moves. And then we will need to... I guess we can annex Nepal for a good looking border here. And Russia might side with them, but that'd be fine. We'll just kneecap Russia. We'll put in this North India HQ guy. I guess this other North India HQ guy as well. And they should be able to handle this collectively pretty easily. Even if there's any front splitting. If Russia joins, then we just take a bunch of stuff from Russia. These guys will also never back down. These guys will never back down because we're annexing them. Or it's very rare, but they are in loans and bankruptcy, so maybe they do. If Russia joins, we get to take a whole bunch of stuff from Russia. We'll probably just take states. We'll probably just take all the states we can. Just like all these like high resource states. And we'll clean up the borders a little bit here. As much as we love our beautiful border gore. It would be nicer to have a little bit nicer looking borders if Russia joins. But we're just looking for the nicer looking India here, where we have Nepal. And we'll probably go after Bhutan and Sikkim as well. And doing this will hopefully allow us to keep the UK out of GP status a little bit easier. Oh, they're not even... They have to be decaying down. Right? They can't be stuck here at 963. Please, no. You lost so much of your military when we took through here. Man, that's... It's so stupid that they can, with 0 military goods, get the full power projection. It should be tied to whether or not they actually even have the goods for it. We wanted Congo Oriental for all the resources, by the way, more so than the other stuff. We'll clear the map mode, and then we will just take a look at what things look like in terms of infrastructure for them. We'll add a couple here. And then we'll also make sure that they are subsidizing the railroads, which of course they're not. Looks like no one's joining, so we'll just kind of get an easy, nice little simple warp. The struggle continues though. We're about to hit 3 billion GDP though, so that's cool, I guess. We haven't gotten rubber in a hot minute, so why don't we do some of this? Look at Congo Oriental, 50 rubber, big ups. I think that's the one we said was really good. Yeah, Congo Oriental, I think has the most rubber in the game, if I'm not mistaken. I can't quite remember, but this is really important. And or nice. I think all their agriculture is probably fully expanded. It's not. Ooh, so we have to decide what agriculture we want. Probably more than anything. Actually, it looks like it's all Katanga, which has the choice. So let's just look at Katanga and look at whichever has the most throughput already. So it looks like we can add a whole bunch to tea, which is a lot better than the dye plantations for us, I think, at this point. And so we'll do that. And now we have no more choices. That was it. Teas. No more agrarian choice. We'll take a look at what industries are profitable. We'll just sort by earnings and then kind of look through. Okay, you don't say New York is absolutely crushing it and has a bunch of excess labor? Well... We'll just do that. 170. This is the shining city on the hill. Alright, it is the electricity of the market. Of course, when it loses market access, it's probably gonna hurt quite a bit. Motor industries, 31, 41, 51. 19, 21, 31, 41, 51. Let's take a look at these. These are kind of okay-ish. Nothing even remotely close to a 51 though. These are overexpanded. These are like pretty not very profitable. Glass is pretty good, so let's just take a look. Trying 51 some boys. Man, a bunch of boys are already getting 51. Home counties. 41, 51. Whatever. Not our problem that you're getting conquered. I mean, it's our fault, but it's not our problem. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're picking up what I'm putting down. Orleans. Bon. Just looking to get things on up. Get on up. And we should get these guys annexed pretty quick. With their whatever they got. Okay, 2.8k. I mean, we could expand construction. Considering we're playing the construction minigame now. The Speed 5 construction minigame. So we could annex Perm. We could go for annexing Australia. Going after China will be a lot of clicking, but I think that's probably correct. to be doing. Just like take this province, just like straight line through here to Shaanxi. Great Britain declares a rivalry. That is insane that they can rival us. It's insane that they haven't... Oh, okay, they are decaying down. Way under 900. Perfect. For now, I guess, at least. Because they are not getting a bunch of power projection from their military, which wasn't really much of a military, because they had no military goods. Terrible. Looks like we're getting in here, too. Should get it with the next one. Enforce relatively quickly. They will be full occupied. And then, who do we go after next? I mean, we could teach Austria a lesson, I guess. I don't know. We wanted to take Netherlands, but that's not really, doesn't really matter anymore. We could go after CSA, because, you know, they're the CSA. That seems reasonable. Ooh, we should have taken, what were we doing with our lives? Why didn't we take Ontario? Jesus, we're so bad. Peru, Bolivia is embargoing us. Okay. We get it. You guys hate us. Oh, we forgot to expand all the resource industries all the way out, so let's just do that. We put it in the queue, so I think the auto queue is more inclined to expand the infrastructure. Either that or we wreck the infrastructure and we need to fix it later, but this is also fine. Something to do as we wait for the end of time. I think I do want to get to 3 billion GDP. I think that's the story of this episode, though. So, we've got about 5 minutes to get to 3 billion GDP somehow. I don't think that's happening in 5 minutes. Actually, we could get rid of this. Yeah. And then come in here. Punjab. Let's just take a look at Punjab, right? Does the throughput encourage manufacturing? It does apply. So we also conquer the Himalayas, so let's use our handy dandy smacky wacky button. Reset the PMs. Let's reset them in Kiva too, I guess. And, oh nope, we didn't want to reset them in Kiva. Kiva, they were doing something special for us. They were building cars. Son of a bizzle. And then... we're thinking of just trying to get the GDP to 3... I think it's actually probably just taking American states, which is the unfortunate truth. Alright, let's do it. We're gonna try and take Texas, California... yeah, we'll just take them all. We'll take the good ones. Texas is the primary, sure. And we'll also take California. And we'll also take Pennsylvania. And then we want to take Illinois, and which is faster, or which is better for us? We could go Michigan, I think. Michigan has a decent amount of resources. Michigan into Indiana. Or Michigan into... or maybe we just do the West Virginia, yeah, Kentucky. West Virginia, Kentucky, Illinois. Yeah, I think that's the way. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, something, something, more words. West Virginia, Kentucky, and then Illinois. Of course, they probably just back down, but we'll see what they do. We will move guys to HQs. Ranjit, you're on defense. I think that should be fine for now. We'll also land them if we can. They could also just back down. I think they're just relatively uncertain. I don't know how they don't get a relative strength of mobilization that's so much worse, but they have huge gold reserves, loyalists, and we have loans, so this might pop off, and this is the way to get the most GDP as quickly as possible, I think. It looks like we might just hit 3 billion GDP anyway, though. But these are the best states, and then we can declare on the United States and take everything, I suppose. So maybe we should have taken Nevada so we could go into Utah. I'm not really sure what the way is. This is the way. Of course, someone's probably siding against us, but we have a whole bunch of guys we don't have mobilized yet. We can mobilize all of them. I mean, if they back down and just give us Texas, this is also okay. Yep, we get the support of Austria. And so we will take a look, and we will recruit a general. I think that we have a place, France HQ, we haven't dismantled them. But Persia, maybe we just promote the Persian generals we have. We have a lot of Persian generals, don't we? Yeah, so we promote you guys. Good old Ranjit. Ranjit will head. Actually, maybe we just. No, we want someone on defense, but maybe it doesn't need to be Ranjit anymore. We'll leave that guy behind. Actually, we'll leave Dewan behind, I guess. I don't even know. Let's just keep the thing going. It's fairly likely we get another person siding against us. Unfortunately, we can't put any war goals in on Austria, but also the American states are better, so... America has really good states. Oh, we activate conscripts where we have guys. Especially in Persia. The lag is real. It's so real. This actually might kick our GDP up to 3 billion though. This probably will actually. And then we'll use the remaining guys, these little guys, we'll use more for landings. Although we could probably promote a couple. No, it looks like we don't have a lot of South India. There we go. That should work. Should all be fine. Oop, we do need someone over there. So why don't we put him? And him. And we still have 4 guys for landing. I'm gonna look to just land. I don't know where the CSA capital is, but is it here? It is Illinois. Well, that sucks for them. Sorry to take your capital, bro. Sorry, not sorry. So maybe we just land. I think that this can comfortably push without help. So we probably just use the landings on Austria then. That we have in the chamber, something like this. We could recruit a general, it looks like. Maybe France HQ, because it actually does have guys. And then... send him over here. And then recruit more guys, because we have guys here anyways. Yeah. Where was this guy? Oh, we sent him over. We sent Red Rover right on over. But we'll promote him a couple more times so we can handle all those troops. And then we'll also activate the conscripts in this area. Hot conscripts in your area. If we can figure out the user interface. Something like that. We have an advantage here, and we only have one of our generals. Let's go, baby. Maybe we defend this front then, if he's gonna pile on here. What sucks is, yeah, I mean, I wish we had one more war goal, like, or one more thing we could put in to, like, just kneecap, specifically Austria a little bit, but we don't. Oop, we also have this. We have our allies coming in, but, oh, we also can maybe send this guy down. Actually, is anyone here from the HQ that can't help out? No. We'll just send this over here. And then we have 3 guys to land, and we will land them all on Austria here in Istria. And so it's Nob Magini. Nob Bagini. Nob. I really wish you could also queue landings. This is also a thing. This is also a thing. Why cannot we not use Nob Bagini? He's South India HQ. He's not assigned anywhere. And of course, I think the thing is we just don't have eyes. Yeah, we just don't have eyes. That's the problem. Kapur Nawa. And Nihal Singh Donga. I feel like these last few episodes have just been me trying to pronounce names, and this is the entire episode. But for this episode, we will conclude it here at the start of this war. This episode, we managed to not get to 3 billion GDP, but the GDP is really high. Why don't we take a little bit of screen of this? And also, we had a fight against the UK, wherein we reduced them, where after this fight, we've reduced them back down to where they belong. So hopefully, you know, hopefully this is good enough. We'll take another better screen after, but a little bit frustrating that they were able to come back to major power status off the back of what I think is kind of a bit of a bug, or not a bug, but like this really stupid that they have all these units in here, right? They had all these barracks in here that had absolutely zero, count it, zero. They have zero equipment, and they're running massive equipment shortages, but they still contribute normally to the power projection, which was giving the UK a huge power projection, and they don't downsize. The AI doesn't downsize their barracks for whatever reason, and they don't switch the PMs to more basic ones because they can't afford it, and so they're just like in constant turmoil, debt, etc. But it doesn't matter, and they can't do anything. I don't know. But we transferred 2 of their bigger subjects, and we took most of the really high barracks places, and so now I think they're going to be remaining where they belong. Anyways, we'll see. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.